Hi and welcome to Dave Barlow Guitar, and in this video we're doing Phil X on a budget. Oh yeah! Why Phil X on a budget? Well, I'll tell you the reason why. A few weeks ago, before the COVID-19 lockdown, I went to the Birmingham guitar show, and I didn't know he was going to be there, but he happened to be there, and he was doing this kind of like this kind of session with just him and an amp and talking and playing the guitar and about his equipment, talking about how he does stuff, how he plays the guitar, all these riffs, tricks, all that kind of stuff. It was pretty awesome. He had a really good sound. Also, I'd already booked a ticket in Guildford. I think it was organised by Anderton's, the music store in Guildford, where he did the same kind of thing. So I'd already paid for that ticket, so I went to that as well. So on both occasions, I was blown away. I love the sound that he had. I just love what he was doing. I must say, at the Birmingham show, he had a better sound than he did at the Guildford show. I'm not sure why that is. He was using a different amp there. Could have been that, could have been loads of things, but it doesn't matter. The whole idea is that, you know, his playing just blew me away, and what he was doing. Anyway, so what I thought we'd do is we'd do Phil X on a budget, and unfortunately I don't have a music store where I can just walk up and down the aisles and go, yeah, I'll have that guitar, I'll have that amplifier, and so on and so forth. We haven't got that. And it gets worse because we're still on COVID-19 lockdown. Hopefully we're not, when you see this video in a few months' time, hopefully we're not. But at the moment we are in COVID-19 lockdown. So it's even harder to try and get stuff that you want. So, about a month ago, somebody came to me and they said, hey, do you want to buy this guitar? And this guitar didn't look like this at all. In fact, it had, I don't know what make it was, I can't remember, but I'd never heard of the make before, and I kind of looked it up and I couldn't really find much information about it, apart from they reckon it's a cheapy kind of guitar, 150 quid brand new, maybe 200 quid brand new. You know, that's all I can find out about it. But basically it's a kind of a cheapy guitar. Anyway, I kind of played it a bit and I thought, hey, it doesn't feel bad, it doesn't play particularly bad, it plays pretty well. And I thought, so okay, we'll use it for something, and here we are. So basically, the problem is that the guitar had a lovely cherry finish on it, and it was really nice finish. But unfortunately, somebody had scratched stuff into it. I don't know why they would do that. Perhaps they were on drugs or something. But it was just scratched all over the place. So I tried to sort of polish the scratches out, and it didn't work. I couldn't get the polish. So I got my heat gun, like a flame gun, heat paint stripper gun, and I basically took the paint off. Now, I could have done a video about that, but I've already done a video with my Explorer guitar, so I'll put a link at the end or at the bottom or wherever. I'll put a link somewhere in this video where you can, in the comments perhaps, and also at the end, where you can go and see, you know, how I got this finish. But basically, I burnt the paint, or I burnt the finish off. And you have to be a bit careful, especially with the cheaper guitars, because the wood shrinks, and obviously this is a 3-piece guitar, and basically it starts cracking sometimes. I've had to glue this one. I actually glued it. You might be able to see the glue mark, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe you can't see it. But basically I had to glue it, glue it back down and like clamp it. But anyway, it's okay. Worked out okay in the end. The frets are okay, the tuners are okay. I've used all the hardware that came with it, and also I just used the same pots which came with it as well, and rewired it. So so basically the only thing that's not stock on this guitar is the pickup. Now I'm lucky enough to be having a conversation with Andrew from Tone Rider. Now, Tone Rider is a pickup manufacturer in the UK. You know, I speak to a few pickup manufacturers, of which we'll be hearing from soon. All different pickup manufacturers. We're doing videos on that, you know, at a later stage. But basically, this comes from Tone Rider. Now, Tone Rider, or nobody I could find as stock, did the pickup like this. Now, what I wanted What I wanted was a pickup which kind of which gave me the sound, a similar sound to what Phil X has. Now, as you know, Phil X uses a P90 pickup. Maybe you don't know, but he uses a P90 pickup. And I think in most of his guitars I've seen lately, he's using a humbucker size, but it's a P90. And they're made for him by Arcane. Now, we could have bought an Arcane pickup, but it costs an absolute fortune. And chipping and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's a real pain in the backside. So basically, I spoke to my good mate Andrew at Tone Rider, and I said, listen buddy, can you make me one just to get me out of trouble? Now, I did a video where I just stuck an Alnico 8 into an Iron Gear blues engine pickup, and I got reasonably good results with it. But I felt that it just needs a few more winds. So this one is wound to 9K, and it's got an Alnico 8 pickup in it. Which I think gets me in the ballpark. Also, where's my little tool gone? I don't know where it's gone. I got a little, but you can see, I was going to measure it, but I think I got the distance between the strings and the pickup is about 5 mil across the board. So it's 5 millimeters. Just so you know what my pickup height is. And I kind of got to that height by just tinkering around to get it where I want it. If it's too close, it's kind of too gnarly. If it's too far away, it sounds quite nice actually. When you back it off even more, it just gets more vintagey sounding. But I kind of found what I think is a sweet spot. Now that may change if I play with a band. That may change, and I may tweak it, or you know, when I'm playing with a band. But basically, that's where I think the sweet spot is. So anyway, so a big thanks to Andrew at Tone Rider for sorting this out. It's a one-off special. It's called a Barlow 8 now. We'll see if it if you're interested, you know, give Andrew a call, and he might run a few in production. I don't know. We'll have to see. But you know, I'm definitely going to have a few more of these pickups made for me. Hopefully Andrew might be able to do that for me. We'll see. So yeah, big thanks to Andrew, Tone Rider. Also, he sent me some other pickups which are quite interesting. As for another video, we'll talk about that in another video. Okay, so as far as the schematics are concerned, basically, let me just wind this off, because I'm going to show you a couple of things very interesting. Right? Now this guitar is a little bit light, so it's a bit headstock heavy, right? So basically, to alleviate that problem, I just put a bag of ball bearings in for now, just to get me out of trouble. You can use just get a bag of change. That usually works. Put it in the cavity. Now, wiring. I've used the original pots, which are mini pots, the original jack input. Obviously, I've used some new wire because the old wire was rubbish. And basically, by the way, if you want wiring diagrams, you can get it from, I've got it written down here, guitarelectronics.com. Just go to guitarelectronics.com. I'll put a link in the bottom. And they do all sorts of different wiring diagrams for your guitars. All sorts of different ones. So there's a pretty good resource that if you're doing that kind of stuff. So, with all that, the background, you know how it's done. Although I didn't show you the back, did I? That's interesting, isn't it? Look, check that out. Now, I didn't kind of try and get that finish. It just ended up like that. Shame it didn't do that on the front, but I don't know. I don't know why that is. Something to do with the finish. There's probably still some finish on it. That's probably why. Anyway, so there's a couple of tests we need to do before we go any further. Number one, we need to play the guitar, see what it sounds like. I'm going to run through. Obviously, we're on a budget, so an extreme budget. So we're going to run through an amp that I've already got, which is the amp one, because I don't have anything else. Well, I do have a couple of other amps I could use, but I'm going to use this because it's all out and ready. What else? Yeah, that's it. I'm going to use this amp. Going to run it into a speaker emulator, and then into into Audacity, because that's free. I use that quite a lot. I'm just going to play the guitar for a bit. I'll probably have my headphones on or something, and I'll just play away. Probably play a few Phil-X riffs. I don't know many, but I'll try a few Phil-X riffs out and we'll play the guitar so you can have a really good listen to what it sounds like. Also, after we've done that, we're going to do some guitar slinging because basically Phil-X does guitar slinging. So we need to check this guitar and make sure you can sling it. That's a bit of fun. We'll put that right at the end of the video. You know, for the people who haven't got a sense of humour, you can not watch it. Anyway, so let's crack on. Let's see what this guitar sounds like. test 3.
Thanks a lot. Last test.
Okay, hope you had some fun. I had lots of fun doing this. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell thing. Lots of people have got this really sort of dynamic thing that comes up on their screen because subscribe, click the bell. I haven't got that stuff because I'm totally on a budget because I'm a broke musician. Anyway, so do that stuff. Put some comments in the bottom. Share the video because I need some more subscribers because I've only got a few subscribers and I think I should have some more subscribers, but you know, that's up to you. Anyway, I will catch you later.